beautiful. With a big old kettlebell in there. Okay, I think we just have a couple ladies. All right, so something special for you tonight. If you have mobility balls, if you have access to mobility balls, can you grab them and bring them by your side? If you do not have mobility balls, so those are, so I'm going to use this big alpha ball, but there's also, I don't have any 2-packs on hand, but yeah, go ahead, go find them. Perfect. So I'm going to use the big alpha ball. Okay. If you have like a 2-pack of the medium or the small, that would be really good as well. Even a 2-pack of the alpha, really, really great. Okay, perfect. Yeah, Brittany, awesome. Oh yeah, that's gonna feel good. All right. Okay, show me your balls. Show me your balls. Yes, I love it. Okay. Look at that. Look at. Okay, I'm gonna back up because I feel like I'm screaming at you guys right now. So I'm gonna back it up over there. Okay, and then what you're also going to need is a yoga block or a textbook. My friends, grab 2 yoga blocks. If you have a pair, usually they're sold in pairs. Most people have pairs. And yeah, any book would work too, but I think majority of you have these items. We're going to come down to the ground. We're going to start here. We're going to start by warming up our glute muscles with the large ball or your ball, whatever ball you have. So what I'm going to do is right on this outer kind of crease, there's a little dip on the outside of your hips. That's where I want you to place the ball. So you're going to sit up over the ball on a little bit of an angle. You're just going to introduce that deep into the glute muscles. So we're going to kind of just loosen up all of the tension so we can get some real good range for tonight. We're going to work again into the external rotation. Just like we did last week, I feel like everybody got a real good workout with their inner thighs and outer glutes. So we're just going to go with that again and see if we can get maybe even a little deeper. So what I want you to do is, now that we are on the ball, you're going to slowly start to move to the bottom of the butt cheek. And you'll feel it's like a self-massage. You're just going to go up and down from the bottom of the butt cheek all the way up to the top. And you're welcome to just explore. And what I mean by that is by just maybe shaking your hips, doing new angles, but with the direction of just up and down. You can take any detour along the way. And we're breathing in the nose and out the mouth. In the nose, out the mouth. All right, so find this one spot that is particularly a little bit more uncomfortable than the rest. Okay, so find that one spot, you're like, oh. All right, so there I am. What you're gonna do now is just lift the leg up off the floor and back down to the ground. So you're pinning your muscle down and you're applying a nice stretch. That's it. Breathe in and out. We're going to do 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. You're going to move the ball higher towards the hip bone. So you never want to be on the bone, but you could be just beside it. Okay, go again, lift up, oh, and down. So we're really trying to relax the hips, relax the muscles. Take a little deep massage. One more, bring it up. Okay, moving the ball just a little bit higher up towards the hip, the top of the hip bone, I guess. And what you're going to do now, lift the foot and then pull the knee in towards the body and then extend the leg. So you're kind of doing like a seesaw, like a chainsaw, like sawing off your leg. That might be what it feels like. Okay, give me a moment, keep going there. I'm just gonna let a lady in. Okay, do 3 more just like that. Make sure to breathe. It's gonna feel quite uncomfortable. Okay, come on off and we'll go to the other side. Oh, I'm cold. All right. So on one butt cheek, you're going to angle your hips towards the ground so the ball is coming up to the side of the glutes. You're relaxing. Just melting right over top. Let that get nice and deep, like a deep tissue massage. You can start moving up and down. When you feel any urge to kind of clench or stop, just take a moment and really slow your movements down. And try not to jump past that point. Okay, so if you feel like, then just hang out right there. You don't have to go any further. Just let that dissipate before you can move on again. The more you work with these balls, the better acquainted you get with them, and you kind of know your sensations and your areas and your places. So just get acquainted with your balls. So find a spot that's semi-uncomfortable, that needs some love, okay? Like, oh, there's a lot of tension right there. Let's lift the leg up. Oh my goodness. And back down. I blame all the glute work. Pretty much like ever since last flexibility, the hips and the glutes have just been taking a beating. And up, and down. 3 more. 1. You can feel each time that your leg comes down to the ground, that you're able to relax a bit more on top of that ball. That's kind of the point, okay? Find a new area within the glutes. It might be down, it might be up. Okay, I got one. It's right at the tip of my butt cheek. Lift up. Oh. And right at the bottom of the butt cheek, kind of like where the leg comes into the hip, we get really, really stuck and stiff there. So our splits, when we're getting to the hamstrings and the back of the legs, tend to kind of pull our hips forward, and we don't really get the best range. So by going in and mobilizing or immobilizing the tissues surrounding that joint, we'll have a bit more opportunity within our split work. We won't be as held back. Okay, so I'm going to go and add those extensions, so pulling the knee in and out. Just picture yourself like chainsaw. No, not a chainsaw, like it's a saw though, right? Back and forth. 3 more. One more. Okay, those sensations are deep. All right, come on up. Coming over. So what we're gonna do is take a yoga block and just set it right out in front of you. If you want to be on a mat for your knees, you can go ahead and do that. We're just going to do a quick stretch for the outer glutes, and then we're going to go back to the balls. Okay, so we're going to stretch it out using an elevated pigeon. Sometimes I use like a larger surface, like a couch, but we're just going to use our yoga block here. So I want your shin or your calf to be on the block in front of you. I'm going to show you from the side so you can see my back leg. So your body can be over top of the yoga block. Okay, like you can have your hips nice and close. So this is great. And then if you want more of a stretch, you just back your body and your shoulders away from the yoga block. Okay, now we're going to get some gravity playing here. But you're welcome just to be right over top. And just 3 exhales. That's it. Bring it in. And you're going to switch sides. Taking it across. Sometimes like getting into the positions are the hardest. That's the hardest part. Once you're in it, you can kind of just start hanging out. All right. 5 breaths. One more exhale. Good. Bring yourself up and out of that. You're going to bring your balls back. You're going to take a seat. Again, one more time. This time, we're going to have the ball nice and close to the center, like the tailbone. We're going to work right at the top. So, let's see here. So right underneath the pant line, then you have your tailbone and your hip bone. We're going to ride right underneath that hip bone, okay? Here we go. So you'll want to be off to one side of the tailbone, and we're going to move from the middle outward. So it's like you're rocking your hips side to side. Starting from that middle tailbone, you can try to pull the cheeks off of the bone, meat off of the bone. Here we go. Right in the center, right across, all the way out. Whew. 3 more times. 1, like moving closer to the screen. 2, 3. Let's go to the other cheek. I'm just going to carefully bring the ball to the other side over the tailbone. Okay, rocking the hips. So the ball is rolling right along that cheek. In the middle, outward. And again, we want to make sure we're not squeezing the butt cheeks. Okay, we really want to get that tissue. We want to get deep into all the connective tissues. All right, creating space for us. 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Come on off. Come back to your yoga block. If you want to stack 2 blocks on top of one another, we're going to go into the same pigeon that we were doing. I'm going to get more of my ankle. Yes, there we go. More of the ankle really does help with getting into the outer glute. Again, once you're in that position, you just need 3 breaths. 1, 2, that's it. And 3. Oh, coming up. All right, now I'm coming up. Other side. Get in. This is it's the hard part. All right. It takes you a few breaths to get into it. Once you're in it, you're going to give me 3 real intentional exhales, relaxing the glutes. One more. That's it. Bring it up. Awesome. Right on. Okay, back down to just 1 block. You're going to come and lay onto your stomach. The block is out to the side, and you're going to put your knee up on the block. All right. Perfect. So my knee and my leg, is at a 90 degree. So from my hip, right up to the knee, right up down to the ankle. Perfect. So now where I want to pay attention to is that low back. So majority of us now are just kind of slumping it. What I'm asking you to do is push into your elbows and pull your hips up off the floor. So we're just trying to get the hips and the belt line up off the ground, and then you can relax again. So you can lay into the floor, and then pull that back up, and relax back down. Okay, so you're thinking about pulling the belt line up, so we're tilting the hips, lifting up off the ground, and down. 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, good job. A lot of core involved here. 8. 2 left. 9. And then I want you to hold it up. Hold. Okay. Hold it. Okay, the leg that's out to the side, lift the heel up off the floor and back down. Lift the heel up and back down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax your body down. All right, we got two sides. Let's flip it over. Other side, good work, good work. So lying down. Okay. All right, elbows underneath your shoulders. Your knee is directly out from your hip. Your foot is flexed. Let's start peeling our belts off the ground. That's it. 10 and relax. Lift up. 9 and relax. 8, 7, 6, 5, here we go. Tuck those hips right at the top so you're lifting your belly and then belly to ground. Belt and belly up. Belt and belly down. One more, hold at the top. And you're just holding, lifting out of those shoulders. Chin is tucked back, tucked in. And rotate the thigh of the bent leg. So lifting the heel up and down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And relax. Oh my goodness. It's a move that if you were to watch, it doesn't look difficult, right? You'd be like, oh, you're lying on the ground. But no, like my abs are on fire right now. Like anybody else? Yeah, like that is so great. And guess what? We're gonna do it again. So that was intro. We're gonna do 10 and 10, same thing. So when we're thinking about lifting up off the floor, I really do want you to think about engagement of the core. So how you're gonna think about it this round. So if you put your hands on your hips and you can feel yourself like when you're tilting and you're creating an extensive arch through your back, right? So this is like when we're lying on the ground. You have this extensive arch. You want to take your hips and start tucking them under. And then really trying to pull your pubic bone underneath of you. Okay, so that's how you're trying to get like this band here, trying to get that pubic bone under. So that's what lifts you up, and then you rotate it down. Okay, we're going to really use our core there. Ready? Out to the side. Shoulders facing the floor. Let's get as far away from that block as possible. And 10 with the hips, peeling up and down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's it. Think about those hips. Come on, tuck under. 7, 8, 9. Stay lifted through those shoulders. Keep it up. And let's go right to our ankle lifts. Or heel. Try to get that foot to the ceiling. Yes, good work, good work, good work. Flex that foot, heel to ceiling. I lost count. 3, 2, and 1. And relax. Other side. All right, down on the floor. So I'm gonna try to lengthen my inner thigh. So it's like I'm pinning my knee and trying to get away from that block as far as possible, creating lots of space right here in this joint. Okay, flex the foot. And let's go with those hips for 10. Up, 1, 2, 3. It's like you're doing a real hard hollow body. 4, 5, 6, 8, 2 left. Hold up. That's it. Let's go into our rotations, heel to ceiling. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Oh, okay. All right. Grab a drink. Grab a drink. We want to stay lubricated. We're opening up quite a bit of ranges here. So let's come and lay onto our back, ladies. Lay onto our back. I'm going to go and I'm going to place a yoga block right underneath my hips. And you go feet to ceiling. All right. So join me here. Yes, yes, perfect. Okay, very similar. We want to pay attention to those hips. So I want you to take your hand line, your belt, and try to push it down to the floor. It's not going to touch, but that's just what I want you to think about. Kind of that, trying to get that back and hip to the ground. And then get it up off the floor and create an arch in the back. Okay, drop down and up. Your job is to do that, but keep your feet up towards the ceiling. So this isn't happening. Okay, feet towards the ceiling. We're just going to have these hips rocking off the block and on the block. Okay, so let's do 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, stop in a neutral position. You may have your knees bent depending on your flexibility. A little bit of a neutral. There we go. Open up the legs and just letting them hang. Just gonna rock side to side, and one foot to the ground, then the other. Again, this is me just introducing this next stretch. And it's nice too, because the block is almost like massaging my outer hips. That's great. Close your eyes. And I just want you to do 5 breaths, just swaying side to side. 2 more breaths, breathe in the nose. One more. That's it. You're gonna squeeze the thighs. Don't use your arms. Squeeze the thighs and bring them together. Yes. Okay, rocking through those hips. Oh, I pushed it too far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a very, very small movement. You'll probably be like, what the heck, Cass? That's okay. All right, stop in a neutral where it's not in those 2 extremes. Open up again. Okay. When you flex the feet, like you are trying to push your heels to the sides of the room, and now I want you to go side to side again. There you go. Try to rotate your toes down towards the ground. There we go. Just go as far as you can. You don't have to touch the floor or anything. You don't have to come off the yoga block. Just a little bit side to side. All right, stopping in center. Point the toes. Squeeze your inner thighs and bring it in. Yes. Take your second yoga block if it's still available to you and put it between your knees. All right, you're going to squeeze the yoga block as hard as you can, and then you're going to rock through your hips. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, stop in neutral, take a walk, open up, flex the feet, flex the feet, and rock side to side. I'm just going to close my eyes, just focus on the rocking, trying to keep my feet as far apart from one another as possible. 3, 2, 1. Point the toes, squeeze the inner thighs. Oh. Good, come off that block. Your butt is probably starting to get a little numb at the top of the hip. All right, and just set it down. And now that we're down, we're off the block, you can have your feet flat and your knees bent. Excuse me. And you can just practice doing these hip tilts here. Give me 10. You might feel a little bit more free. You might be able to register it a little bit better. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and 1. Good. Stop in neutral. Perfect. Legs up. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to cross our legs in front, cross our legs behind, and open. So it's called crisscross. So you're going to crisscross. As we open, I want you to take all tension away. You're going to breathe out and just let them fall open. Crisscross, open. Crisscross, open. Tight, tight, relax. Okay, so we're looking for a little bit of a bounce at the end here. Ready for 10? Let's go. Pull. 1, 2, breathe out. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bring it in. Oh my goodness, right at the end, like it's like, are my legs going to come back together? Like, that's always the question. Will they pop off and will they come back up? The answer is no and yes. Your legs will not pop off and they will come back together. Okay, ready to do that again? So this time when we're opening up, I really want you to think about turning the knees so they're facing the floor. Okay, so if you're trying to keep like the knees, say, facing your head, you're going to get stuck right in the hips here. What needs to happen is rotate the thigh so the knee faces the floor. So it's like you're taking the shoelaces as well. That's going to open up a whole new range in your hip for you. Okay? Ready for 10 more of these? We'll start up top. So let's go. Criss, cross, and drop. 3, come on, 4, inner thighs. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Up. Awesome. Awesome. Give yourself a hug, give yourself some love here. Okay. So we are going to sit back up. We're going to go into some our deep inner flexor, like middle split stretch now. So grab a drink. We're transitioning to that last little portion. So what we're going to do is I want everybody right now just to test out what their middle split feels like. Then we're going to do a deep like frog stretch. And then at the very end of that, I want to test out how your middle split feels. Just to give you that kind of registration on how quickly a release can really happen. Okay? So you're probably going to want the use of your yoga blocks for support. How we're going to get into our middle split, I'm going to show you from the side. We want to come in from up here. All right, toes and knees towards the ceiling. So use your yoga blocks as you please. You want to keep your heels in line with your hips. You want to see how deep you can go. So let's get everybody into position. I want to get a real sweet photo of this if you feel like you want to kind of see yourself as well. Okay, so I think this would be a really good start. We're going to keep this program going. So if you want kind of a sweet program start to be like, here I was 6 weeks ago, or the end, like, let me see if I can get you all a photo. Here we go. So whenever you're ready, we're going to lift up our bum. Okay, toes up. You're just going to slide it out. I'm going to hold for just 2 breaths. Whenever you're down, looks good, looks really good. All right. Okay. Oh. Lovely. That has been registered. Let's get to work. Deepen that stretch. We're going to get to this inner thigh. So, right into a frog, knee up on the block, other knee out to the side. Down onto the elbows. I'm going to show you from the Actually, this works, this works, this works. All right. So you got one hip elevated. Beautiful. Push the knee that's in the block into the block. So actually both knees. Sorry. Let me rephrase that, ladies. Both knees, you're going to push down into the ground. You're going to squeeze your inner thighs for a count of 3 with me. And then you will exhale and relax the hips and sink deeper towards the floor. Okay, that's sounding a lot better. Are you ready? Squeeze those inner thighs, push the knees down for 3, 2, 1. Relax. Let's do that again. Push and squeeze. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Push and squeeze. 3, 2, 1. Relax. 2 more times. Push and squeeze. 3, 2, 1, and relax. One more. Push and squeeze. Your hips probably rise up. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Find your way out. I don't know if my legs will come together. Out. In. Whew. Okay. It didn't seem so bad until I tried to get out of it. Anybody else? I'm going to show you from the side here. All right, next side. Your knee is up on the block. Your other leg, same position, just on the floor. Whew. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Yes. Yes. Looks good. Get your heels away from one another. We're all in position. Let's go. Squeeze the inner thighs. Knees try to come in together. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Squeeze. 3, 2, 1. Let it all go. All right, squeeze. 3, 2, 1. Let go. Oh, 2 more. Okay. 1, 2, and 3. Let it go. Oh, this is where all the weird sounds come into play. This is like just trying to surrender to it all. We got 1 more to go. Ready? In. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Okay. Okay. Get out. Get out of there. Oh my God. Oh, ladies. Oh, just roll it over, bring your legs in, give yourself a hug. Oh, yes. Good. So when you're giving your hug, your legs are pulled in, push your tailbone down to the floor. Good. So inhale, you'll be relaxed. Exhale, just kind of push your tailbone gently to the ground. All right. Come to a seated position. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. All right, so I promised a retest. So with that quick activation, that quick deep oversplit, let's get into another middle split on the floor, just as we did in the beginning. And let's see, let's take 5 exhales, 5 breaths, just to sink into that middle split. I don't want to leave these, I need these. Okay, are we ready? So, here we go. When you're down, 5 exhales. Toes up. All right, okay, that was 5. Woo-hoo-hoo. Yes, how does that feel? We feel brand new. We got some new legs. What are these? Whose are these? Okay, bring it in. Squeeze those inner thighs. Don't use your arms. Don't use your arms. Bring it across. Opposite arm. Sit up nice and tall. We don't have to focus too much on that upper back rotation. Okay, you can even stay facing forward with a slight turn towards the leg. I just want you pulling that knee up into that armpit. It's just about bringing that thigh back into the center of your body. All right, switch. Try to use the legs all by themselves, like see how high you can get it, and then use your arms to bring it into position. Well, that was beautiful. That was so nice. Thank you, ladies, for joining me. I did mention that we are going to renew this program. All of the fitness classes, so our current schedule of bells and bands and this flexibility is going to stay the same for the next 6 weeks. We're on week 5 right now. So next week we meet again for week 6, and we're just going to go right into the next program. Okay, so I will be reaching out. You will get a message from me in the inbox shortly about renewals and how to get in on the next class. So you will hear from me then. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, requests for exercises, anything that you'd like to see more of or less of, touch base with me. I'd like to hear everything that you have to say. So thanks again. Mwah! You have a wonderful evening. I hope you all sleep well. And now I have to awkwardly walk up towards the screen and yeah, goodbye, good night.